To Ethiopia now, and the country is set to swear in a new Prime Minister. Dr. Abiy Ahmed was on Tuesday elected as the new leader of Ethiopia's ruling coalition. Ahmed is from the Oromo ethnic group and is expected to succeed Hailemariam Desalegn as Prime Minister. Desalegn resigned last month and has been fulfilling the duties of Prime Minister in a caretaker capacity. Ahmed garnered 108 votes out of 180 in a meeting of the ruling coalition. It's expected he will be sworn in soon. So what do we know about Dr. Abiy Ahmed? CGTN's Oliver Jarvis finds out more about the man set to become Ethiopia's new Prime Minister.
Dr. Abiy Ahmed is 42 years old and belongs to the Oromo ethnic group, which makes up the majority of Ethiopia's population. He's the current leader of the Oromo People's Democratic Organization that forms part of the ruling coalition, the Ethiopia People's Revolutionary Democratic Front. He was made leader specifically so he could be eligible for the position of Prime Minister. Abiy has served in the Ethiopian army and rose to the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. He's a former peacekeeper in the mission to Rwanda and the former Ethiopian Minister of State and Minister of Science and Technology. Known as an astute politician, he also has impressive academic credentials. Abiy was also the founder of the Ethiopian Information Network Security Agency. The Oromo region where he comes from has been the epicenter of recent anti-government protests. He enjoys strong support in the region though, so it's hoped that Abiy is able to address the dissent. Oliver Jarvis, CGTN.
Let's get you more perspective on these developments now. I'm joined live in studio by Dr. Hassan Khanenje. He is the director of the Hon Institute at the International Institute for Strategic Studies. Thank you very much for joining us today. First off, what's the significance of the new Prime Minister being from the Oromo region?
This is perhaps the worst thing Ethiopia has done in a long time. Remember, the genesis of the protests in 2015 was largely driven by Oromos and Muslims. And later they were joined by the Amhara. Now, the Oromo community is the largest ethnic group in the country, and for a long time it's been marginalized politically, economically, and socially. And so this, I think, goes to serve toward easing some of the tensions historically that have been existing in Ethiopia. And what we are looking forward is a lot more hopeful Ethiopia that hopefully can be able to wait in the democratic space for everybody to participate, given that currently him being Oromo and at the same time he's a Muslim, I think it speaks to the larger segment of the Ethiopian population that has been exempted from government.
It was quite a close vote though, so to what extent does this mean Ethiopia's leadership is divided?
I wouldn't suggest it is as divided as sometimes it may perceive. I think it's just the internal party competition and struggles that has characterized the dilemma of Ethiopia, especially in post-Meles Zenawi era, who seem to have control on state apparatus and the political party machinery. But in the absence of him, of course, we've been seeing jostling for positions and in a bid to succeed the immediate the outgoing president, Hailemariam. But I think it's just a manifestation of the kind of environment existing in Ethiopia right now. Not to mention, the parties actually won because the ruling party controls virtually all the 547 seats in parliament. And we are expecting that the parliament is going to vote overwhelmingly to approve Dr. Ahmed as the next Prime Minister of Ethiopia.
So then let's talk about the outgoing Prime Minister, Hailemariam Desalegn. What next for him? Will he continue playing a role in government?
Yeah, to the extent of his relevance, I think is going to be determined by the perception that he has within the party. He's a party lieutenant, he's been there for a long time, and of course, given the role he has played as previously during Meles Zenawi and as Prime Minister, I think it's going to be to play a role of an elder statesman, so to speak. And I think the party is still going to seek a lot of counsel from him, especially in this transition, by bringing an Oromo to power, and this is something that hasn't happened in Ethiopian history.
All right, great insights, Doctor. Thank you very much. We appreciate your time. We had here in studio Dr. Hassan Khanenje.